definitely. Generally, if I've had a bad result, it's because I've felt tight during my race run. The more I got to know them, the slower I was able to go. Yeah, sure, yeah. Yeah, without a doubt. He was making gaps all the way down the track.
Do you know when you get to a race, how important is it to not be tight on the bike?
It's everything.
Yeah. You know, do you realise when you're feeling tight on the bike? And
yeah, massively. Do you know, it sounds mental, right? And by mental I don't mean upstairs, I mean crazy. I had like an epiphany, if that's the right word, at the top of Aldous this year. Like, qualified really well, got mega nervous, and I was sat in the gate and I was just like, you know what? I'm riding this bike down the hill. I'm going to control what fucking happens.
Yeah.
And I just rode loose, and I just rode fun, and just totally just flowed, and you know, it just fell into place.
That's what I'm kind of getting at, is getting into the flow, situation of flow, and getting what I'm talking about, getting loose. Do you actually consciously get to a race and try to get loose, whether it be kind of just ripping a berm or just doing a couple of jumps?
Yeah, do you know what I find loosening me up as well? Just doing a jump and doing a whip or something, and then you get the feel-good factor going, and it just goes from there.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's all about being loose, and by loose I don't mean out of control, but like you said, just flowing and relaxed. It's all about being relaxed on the bike.
So what if you do feel kind of, okay, if you're doing a run and you feel tight when you're doing a run, what do you do to stop that? Or do you ever feel tight on a race run?
Yeah, definitely. Generally, if I've had a bad result, it's because I've felt tight during my race run. And you've just got to try and take a deep breath and put the previous part of the run behind you and move forward. But it's really tricky to once you've, because usually it just gets worse and worse. So that's the hardest part, man. If I knew how to do it like that, you know.
Yeah. So you'd say it's an important skill to have then?
Massively, yeah.
And it's something.
Just how to flow.
Something you practice?
Yeah. So when as a kid I never used to really pedal that much in my race runs, and you would see me not pedaling between sections.
Yeah, I remember that.
And that's because I'm trying to just be loose and not get, not pedal. And it sounds crazy, but it kind of works. Yeah. But then applying like the pedals where necessary, and it's such a fine balance. It's a fine balance.
Yeah. Wow. It's just like maybe it's a bit like those no chain races and stuff like that, isn't it? Like that thing teaches you to do it, is it? In a different way, I guess. Yeah,
in a different way. But yeah, it does definitely.
Yeah. It's like, and I guess you ride a lot of trails and stuff. I mean, I thought this is about something different. When you ride a set of trails, there's a certain. Do you believe there's a certain speed, maximum speed to a certain set of trails? You can get the maximum power, maximum lift, maximum, all that kind of stuff.
We were riding a set of jumps in Spain, and the more I got to know them, the slower I was able to go.
It's a mind spin. Yeah.
And this is kind of working against the racing thing, because slower was better, because you go higher and then you land at the very top of a downslope, so you're getting maximum.
So you weren't going slower then, you were going higher.
No, slower. So, well, I didn't time it, so I don't know. But first run you're pedalling, you're pushing through it and you're landing low. Then you're pedalling again, you're pushing through it and you're landing low. Whereas when you back off and you get the flow, it feels slower. You're probably going faster. See, really fast, when you like performing at your optimum, it can almost feel slow because you're just linking everything perfectly.
When you say optimum, do you mean on the set of trails?
Or in a downhill run.
You believe
Or in a downhill
you
run.
believe there is an optimum on a downhill run?
Oh, it's got to be before. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Okay. So you believe that. So you believe then that some hills, or most hills, have got a certain speed to them that
Yeah.
somebody can achieve.
Yeah, definitely. And sometimes I'll hit a corner and I'll know that it's not physically possible for me to get around that corner any faster. And then a lot of times I'll hit a corner and think I could have done better.
Yeah. But downhill's not about hitting one corner at maximum speed, is it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally, yeah. But you know what I'm saying? But yeah, there's an optimum speed to a hill, I think.
Let's talk about going back to the trails and going back to the when we talk about using the shape of the ground. I mean, you have great time kind of doing jumps and stuff like that. Do you look to use the shape of the ground in dismal, whether it's a rock garden or a root section? Do you look to kind of pick up and move the bike around when you're getting down? Someone like G is more wheels on the ground rider, I would say, than you are. Would you agree with that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Pete is probably more.
Steve's pretty wheels on the ground, I'd say. Steve's fast when his wheels are on the ground. Then there's like Brendan, who's making gaps all the way down the track.
Yeah. But you used to look. Do you look for those shapes when you go?
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
It's part of the fun of riding, isn't it?
Exactly. Yeah, for me it is. It's a huge part of it. When I'm riding a little downhill on my cross-country bike at home, all I'm looking for is jumps. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So you think you look for flow then? Is flow part of your mindset?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.